session, ICT Practical Applications in LIS, Revision Class 2. So in this class, I will be covering about the basics of HTML tags, how to create a web page, and what are the basic HTML tags. We will be seeing about the basic HTML tags, the anchor tags, the link tag, hyperlink tags, and also we will be seeing some of the formatting tags, paragraph tags, and we will be seeing about some of the attributes. What are the attributes we can able to add with the other tags, and we will be somehow seeing about the image tags as well. And next to that, we will be seeing about the Greenstone software. So what is the Greenstone software, and what is the how to add collection into a Greenstone software. And also we will be seeing about the marketed software for conversion of a normal text Excel file to a marketed file. And also from marketed file, we will be making conversion from marketed to Dublin core file formats. Okay, so those are the topics which we will be making revision of this session. I hope my voice is audible, and I will be sharing my screen now. Okay, okay. I hope you can able to view my screen. So first we will see what is Greenstone, and how to download Greenstone, and how to work on it. So first, Greenstone is nothing but Greenstone is an digital library software or an institutional repository software, where Greenstone can be institutional repository in the sense where an institution is going to create its own repository where it's going to have its digital materials, that is faculty publications or faculty books, or some of the publication which is published by its own students, research scholars. So in that case, an institution or an organization can able to create an institutional repository by which Greenstone can be used in it. Okay, so that is the uh, basic introduction of Greenstone. So for downloading Greenstone and installing it, first just go to google.com and search for Greenstone. There you can find Greenstone Digital Library software. Okay, just click on it, and here you can find the download option. So this is the Greenstone home page, and here you can find the download option for Greenstone, and here you can find the different versions of Greenstone. Okay, so the latest version of Greenstone is 3.11, and Greenstone is user friendly, and it can be used in multiple platforms. Okay, it can be used for Windows, it can be used in Linux platform, and also it can be used in the Mac OS, that is Apple platform, iOS platform. Okay, so it is platform independent. It can be used in multiple platforms, and we are going to use version 2.87 for our practical classes. Okay, 2.87 is the version which we are going to be working. So now what we are going to do is click on this Greenstone 2.87 windows.exe. So if you click on it, it will go to sourceforce.net, where you can able to download the software. Okay, so it shows your download will start automatically. So once it is done, you can able to find your software, that is a Greenstone software, will get automatically download in this tab. Okay, so I have already downloaded Greenstone and I have already installed it. So I'm going to directly open. So to open Greenstone, what you have to do is you have to just go to start menu and type librarian interface. Okay, so librarian interface is the GLA Greenstone librarian interface is the application where you are going to work on Greenstone. So click on this, so you can able to get the home screen of the Greenstone web page. Okay, so these are the basic codes which will get executed when you are going to open the Greenstone. So once this code gets executed, you can able to find the Greenstone page. The software will open in a separate page, that is Greenstone application, where you can able to work on it. Okay, so basically in Greenstone application, you will have multiple tabs, where you will have a gather tab, where you will have a making modifications in the collection pages. Okay, so in each tab you will be having different applications to be done. Okay, different modification, different applications to be done in the Greenstone application software. So speaking about the Greenstone, so Greenstone is the multi-language software where it supports multiple languages. It can be worked in English, it can be worked in Spanish. Okay, so it supports multiple languages software also, and it is an open source software. So the concept of open source is nothing but where the source code is available for free. Okay, so there is a difference between an that is a free software and an open source software. So open source software is nothing but where the source code is available for free, so that the users of the software can be able to make any modifications in the software. That is called as open source software. But in case of a free software, where you can able to download the software, you can able to redistribute it, but you cannot able to change the softwares of the program. That is the difference between an open software and then free software. Okay, so I'm going to type librarian interface, click on this, and you'll get some code to be run. So here you can find the version of the software. What I'm downloading is 2.87 is the version of the Greenstone software. So basically, the Greenstone was developed by New Zealand Digital Library Project at the University of Waikato. So in the University of Waikato only they have developed this Greenstone Digital Library software. And upon the development of this software, it has been widely popularized because of its open source and also because of the user interfaces it provides, and also the type of application it supports. Okay, the type of file format it supports. The different file formats it supports by the Greenstone application is PDF, HTML, text documents, MP3, MP4 file formats. So it supports multiple types of file formats in the Greenstone application. So for developing of an institutional repository, you can find that it can able to support multiple types of file formats. Okay, so there is some issue in this. What I will do, I will just uninstall the existing Greenstone software and I will install it again. So for installation, you can just download the software and you can install it. For an uninstallation, I'm just going to this Greenstone server, the library. So this is the process for uninstallation of Greenstone. Okay, just go to start and type uninstall. You'll get uninstall screen of the Greenstone. If you want to uninstall the software, you can uninstall. So first I will do uninstallation and then I will do installation of the Greenstone software. So here you can find it is showing that uninstall finished. So I'm finishing this. So I'm going to download the software again. I'm downloading Greenstone 2.87 for Windows. Okay. So you should make sure what type of file format you are going to download, whether it is for supporting Windows or it supports iOS file format or for Linux. So when you download, it shows Greenstone 2.87. Just double click on it. So when you double click, it will show the installation files. So it is launching the installer now. This is the welcome screen of the Greenstone. So click on next, next, accept, next. So these are the web servers: Apache web server, ImageMagick, GhostScript, shortcuts. everything you are going to enable, and enable admin pages we are not going to take. Okay, so if you are going to enable this admin pages, it will ask for a username and password. So without enabling this, we are going to give next and install. So now you can see the different types of steps which are involved in this installation of this Greenstone application. So step by step it will get installed. So once the installation is complete, we can give this finish button. So Greenstone installer will have two types of user interfaces. First one is a server-side scripting, that in which we will be working. So we will be importing all the PDF files. We will make all the customization, modification, user interface differences, and we will have a separate side, that is a client-side scripting, where the users of a library can able to visit. So there will be two types. One is a server side, and the other one is a client side. So here you can find it is finished. So just click OK and give exit. So once you click exist, go to start and type librarian interface, Greenstone librarian interface. So it is initializing the Greenstone digital library. Okay, so click on this OK. So done. So our Greenstone is getting has got installed. Okay, so this is the screen of a Greenstone. So here you can find there are different options. One is gather, enrich, design, create, and format. Okay, so these options are not enabled because we have not created any collections in Greenstone. So at the top you can find there is termed as no collection. Okay, so first what we are going to do is we are going to create a new collection. So go to this file, click on new. We are going to create a new collection, that is SOL underscore revision class. So I'm just creating a collection. The name of the collection is SOL underscore revision class. So I'm going to give OK. So once I created this collection, at the top of the screen you can able to find the no collection will be rechanged to SOL revision class. Okay, so the name of the collection is SOL revision class. Now I'm going to import some PDF files into this Greenstone collection. Okay, so I have already downloaded some of the PDF files here. Okay, so I have downloaded already some of the PDF files. I'm going to make all these PDF files. Okay, so I'm going to make all these PDF files import into Greenstone. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this gather option. So in gather option, I have this home folder. So from this home folder, I'm going to desktop. In desktop, I have a folder called new folder. Okay, so in new folder I have all these PDF files, 1 2 3 4 5 6 PDF files. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag and drop this new folder. Okay, so inside this new folder I have all these 6 PDF files. Okay, so this is how we are going to import all the PDF files from our local drive into Greenstone application. So what I did, just click on this gather file, go to this home folder and choose where my file is existing. If my file is in the downloads folder, you have to search where is download folder, and from there you have to import your downloads folder. So I have my PDF files in the new folder. Okay, so I'm doing, I'm just copying all the files from here. I'm going to drag and drop here. Okay, so this is how you should you should import all the files. So next, when I import all the files, I'm going to enrich. So in enrich, what I'm doing is here I'm going to feed all the metadata of the particular file. Okay, so all the metadata is nothing but data about data. Okay, so for example, what are the metadata of a particular book? The metadata of a particular book is nothing but the title. Who is the title? What is the title of the book? Creator. Who is the creator or the author of the book? Subject and keywords. What are the subject or what are the keywords belonging to the particular book? Description. What are the content of the resource? Okay, publisher. Who made that? Who is the publisher of the particular book? So there are different types of metadata elements associated with the particular book. Okay, so these metadata fields are in the form of dc.title, dc.creator. Okay, so that means these metadata fields are in the form of Dublin core. Okay, so Dublin core is a metadata file format. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this one.pdf. So double click here, the PDF files will get open. Okay, so I'm going to just copy this title of the author, and paste it here. Okay, systematic review of Wikidata and Digital Humanities project. And dc.creator. Creator is nothing but the author. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this author, copy and paste. So the title is this and the author is this one. Subject and keywords. What are the keywords for this research article? So the keywords may be Wikidata. Okay, so here you can find there is only one row for subject and keyword. So if I want to give multiple keywords, I'm going to give just enter. So when you give enter, multiple rows for particular metadata will create. So the second keyword will be humanities. It is up to you to create the keywords. Okay, so when you studied about the SLSH, okay, series of subject headings where you will give the subject headings for the particular title of a book. So similarly we are going to give the keywords for this. Okay, and then we are going to give the publisher. What is the publisher? Who is the publisher of the book? Okay, so the publisher is nothing but Oxford. Class children, class children. Hmm. So the publisher of the book is Oxford. And next we are going to find what is the format. The format of the file is PDF file format. Okay. So format of the book is PDF file format. And what is the language? The language of the PDF is in English. So we have filled all the basic metadata fields, whatever is being required for the Dublin Core file formats. And next what I'm going to do is, once you create this enrich option, then I'm going to go for the second file format. Okay, the second file format is the second PDF file. Just open the second PDF file and copy the title and paste it in the title field. Okay, dc.title is the title of the second article. And creator, who is the creator of the article? It is Simon Butt. So just copy this and paste it here. Okay, so here you should not follow the cataloging format of the authors. Okay, so usually the cataloging format of the authors are nothing but, so whenever there is a cataloging format, what we used to mention, as PUTT comma Simon. So this is the cataloging format of the author. Okay, so instead of this, we are going to write in the normal format, that is Simon Butt. Okay, so Simon Butt is the normal file for normal author cataloging format. Okay, Simon Butt. So copy the Simon Butt and paste it in the greenstone software. And next is subject and keyword. So subject and keywords, this paper subject, we can just copy this criminal and paste it here, and Indonesian, copy and give one enter and paste. Okay, so these are the multiple keywords we have given. So who is the publisher for this article? Routledge. Okay, Taylor and Francis Group, T and F. So Taylor and Francis Group is the publisher. And if you have the date, so the date in which the article has been published, the date, if you can able to find the date, you can mention. So here I can able to find it is 2023. So 2023 is the year. So here you can find the published online date, 4th August 2023. So I'm going to give 04/08/2023, 4th August 2023. And what is the format? It is PDF and language is English. Okay, so similarly for the third file, fourth file, fifth file, sixth file, we have to mention all the metadata fields, whatever is necessary. So for the third file, I'm just copying the title and pasting it here. So what is the creator? That is the author, Adam Fletcher, and just copying and pasting. And then the subject and keywords, Australia, I'm pasting. Government surveillance, you want enter and I'm pasting here. Okay, the publisher is Taylor and Francis. Taylor and Francis is the publisher, and the format is PDF. Okay, and the language is English. And for the fourth file, the fourth file is data engineering. Title is data engineering. The author, if you could find the authors, you can mention. So this is from the editor. Okay, so there is no author, you can just leave it as the empty. And description, Subject and keywords, you can mention data and engineering. Okay, so we have the format, it is PDF, and language is English. And for the fifth file, similarly, I'm copying the title. This is the title of the article, and this is the creator. So here you can find multiple creators. Okay, so what I'm going to do is copy the first author name, paste. For creating multiple authors, we are going to give enter. So if you give enter, so DC dot creator will be the second author. Okay, so Benjamin M. Jacobs, just copy and paste. Give one enter. Ruth Dobson is the third author. Give one enter. Charles R. Marshall is the fourth author. Copy and paste. Give one enter. Alastair J. Noyes. Okay, Alastair J. Noyes is the fifth author. Copy and paste. Okay, so what I did, I copied all the titles and copied all the authors. Okay, so there are multiple authors. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 authors. So I copied all the 5 authors and pasted here. And what is the keyword? Keyword is big data, machine learning, artificial intelligence. Okay, so these are the multiple keywords which are respected to this particular PDF files. Okay, research article. And what is the format? It is in PDF file. And what is the language? It is in English. So fifth article is over. I'm going to the sixth article. So sixth article is data governance model. So I'm just copy and pasting it here. The creator of the article is this one. So I'm copying and pasting. So subject and keywords, I'm just copying this governance, paste, enter. So data quality is another keyword, paste, enter, and financial institutions is another thing. Okay. So next is publisher. If you have publisher, is T and of Taylor and Francis. So Taylor and Francis, and format is PDF, language is English. Okay, so for each and every PDF files, research article, we have mentioned the author, title, publisher. Okay, so here you can find for different PDF files, whenever I'm going to click on the first PDF, the author title is changing. And the second one, it is respective of this author and the title. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to design option. So first we have seen this gather option where we made all the application where the files to be placed, and next is the enrich option where we are going to add the metadata for the particular each files. Now next is the design option where we are going to make a design in the user interfaces. Okay, so here we have 4 options. One is document plugins. So these are the different plugins which are already existing in the Redstone digital repository software. Okay, so if we want to add any other plugin, we can add from here. Okay, and next is the search index. So search indexes is nothing but you will, once you going to publish these collections, you will have a user interface. In that user interface where you will have different search tabs. Okay, you will have a title tab, you will have a keyword tab. Okay, so how we are going to make? So here you can find text as default and dc.title and ex.source. Now what we are going to do is we are going to remove this ex.source and we are going to add one more search index, that is dc.creator. Okay, so here the search index, and next we are going to add one more search index with respect to keywords and with respect to the author. Okay, so in that case, what we are going to do is go to this browsing classifier. In browsing classifier, we'll be having this list metadata dc.title where it shows where the metadata field is mapping to the dc.title. And now source we are going to remove this and we are going to add one classifier. So here we have to go to this select classifier to add, click on this classifier and go to the top one, that is AEZ compact list. We are going to add on classifier, that is AEZ compact list. Click on this AEZ compact list and click this add classifier. So when we click on this add classifier, we will get a window where we are going to choose the Dublin core metadata for dc.creator. Okay, so dc.creator is nothing but the author. So the Dublin core is dc.creator, but the name which should be displayed there should be author, author. So dc dot creator, Dublin core dot creator will be mapping to the button name as author. Okay, so I'm just clicking this OK. So here you can find AEZ compact list metadata dc.creator is mapping to the button name author. So I'm going to add one more button name, that is keywords. Okay, so same AEZ compact list, add classifier dc.title, in which I'm going to change to dc.subject and keywords. Okay, so here you can find dc.subject and keywords. So click on this dc.subject and keywords, and button name will be keywords. Okay, so button name is keywords and click OK. So here you can find I have created two compact lists. One compact list is for AZ compact list where it's mapping this dc.creator the button name author, and another one metadata dc.subject words where it is mapping to button name keywords. Okay, so these are the different two tabs which we created in the output screen. So next I'm going to this create and give this build collection. So when we give this build collection, what it does, whatever the PDF files we have added in this Greenstone will get embedded into this Greenstone digital repository software. Okay, so it will convert all these PDF files into institution repository software files. So here you can find all the PDF files 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is being added into this software. And here you can find 6 documents were considered for processing and 6 documents were processed and included in the collection. Okay, so the whatever PDF files we have added into this collection has been built successfully. And here you can find the collection has been built and is ready for preview. So click on this OK and click on this preview collection. Okay, so here you can find the name of the collection, that is SOL revision class, and here you can find the titles. So these are the 6 different titles which we added in the institutional repository, that is Greenstone or digital library. Okay, so first file, second file, third file, fourth file, fifth file. Okay, so these are the different 6 files, and these two author and keywords are nothing but the AEZ compact list which we created. Okay, so we created with AEZ compact list button name author. So when you click on this author, you will get all the authors which we have added into the digital library Greenstone. Okay, so these are the different authors for all the research articles, and here you can find the keywords. Okay, so these keywords are the keywords which we mentioned in dc.keywords column in the gather option. Okay, so these are the different keywords for the different research articles. Okay, so if you go to this author, if you want to download or if you want to view a particular research article which has been published by Adam Fletcher, just click on this, the article will be displayed. So click on this PDF file, you can able to view the article. Okay, so this is how we are going to add the multiple. So if you want to view the document in HTML file format also, you can able to view in HTML file format the entire content. Okay, so these are two different file formats. One we have a PDF file format, one we have a HTML file format. Okay, so if you want to search by keywords also, so I want to see a document which is been have just a keyword data quality. So just go to this keywords and going to search for data quality. So if I click on this data quality, it shows this is a research article which is having a keyword called data quality. So I'm going to open this PDF file. So it shows me the PDF files which has a keyword data quality. Okay, so this is the steps or the procedures where we will be creating an institutional repository using a Greenstone digital library software or an institutional repository software. Okay, so next what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove these noises and make some modifications in the user interface screens. Okay, so here you can find there is no image, there is no proper modification or good looking user interfaces. So these things we are going to change. Okay, so how we are going to change is this: go to this format option. In this format option, you have different options for changing the user interfaces. Okay, so where I'm going to go for this general option. In general, you have two options. One is the URL to about page image and URL to home page image. Okay, so about page image and the home page image. So we can able to download some images. So I'm going to download two images. One is going to be an institutional repository institutional repository image. So I'm choosing an institutional repository image. So I will choose this. I will save this as image file in my downloads folder or desktop folder. So it is a JPEG file format. Okay, the name of the file is I'm giving as one, and I'm going to open another one, SOL logo. Okay, so School of Open Learning logo. Okay, so I'm going to download this image also. Save images. This is to save. So what I did, I have downloaded two images. One is being institutional repository, and another one is being a SOL homepage logo. Okay, so here you can find this is the home. So when I click on this home, it goes to the home page. So here I'm going to display this SOL image logo and the institutional repository logo. Okay, so about page image, browse. So where is the image located? It's located in the desktop. So I'm going to my file and I'm going to desktop. So going to desktop. In desktop, it is in new folder. In new folder, these are the two files. Okay. So I'm going to select the first file, and for the about home page, I'm going to select the second file. So go to desktop, new folder, second image. Okay. So when I choose the image, and I'm going to refresh this again. Okay, here you can find the image has been loaded. So here you can set up multiple images. Okay, like Delhi University, School of Open Learning, Campus of Open Learning, some other different colleges name. Okay, so when I'm choosing the School of Open Learning, there is an institutional repository. So under this institutional repository, I'm having this collection of the institutional repository. Okay, so if you want, you can reduce the size of the image and you can upload. So it will look very small and compact. Okay, so here this is how we are going to add the images to the Greenstone user interface site. Okay, and there is an option called collection description where you can add some collections to the where you can add the description to the collections whatever you are going to create. Okay, so if I go to the School of Open Learning, I have this about this collection. So I can write some content describing what the collection is about. Okay, so for example, this is an institutional repository of School of Open Learning. So I can write this is an institutional repository, and this institutional repository contains the question papers, previous year question papers of bachelor's, master's, and PGDLM examinations. Okay, and this also contains the projects and dissertations of all the students. Okay, so those are the contents which I'm going to write here. So those things I can also able to add it here in this collection description. Okay, so I'm going to add this is an institutional repository of School of Open Learning, University of Delhi. Okay, and I'm writing some other content. So if after writing this content, I'm again going to make a preview collection. So when I'm going to preview this collection, you can find the content which we entered there is being displayed in the screen. This is an institutional repository of School of Open Learning, University of Delhi. Okay, so this is how we are going to add the collection. You can add multiple collections here. Okay, you can add this is previous year question papers are available, or some what are the collections of the institutional repository. We can have the research articles published by the research scholars, faculties, non-teaching staff, many things we can able to add it here. Okay, so this defines the collections of the institutional repository. And next we have this collection specific macros. Okay, so in collection specific macros, what we are going to do, we are going to remove the noise. This term is this is called as noise, where you have some of the unwanted images in the users interfaces. Okay, so we are going to remove this noise, and also we are going to make the color modifications for the screen. Okay, so for that what we are going to do, we are already having an css command here, css code here, already existing css code. Okay, so we are going to make some modifications in the css code. We are going to add some of the content. Okay, so I have already circulated you one css file format code. I'll just copy and file it, paste it here. So just a minute. So I have an existing uh, collection specific macros. So I'm just going to copy this and I will paste it here. Okay, so here you can find I have made the HTML file format in type of CSS codes. Okay, where margin left 5%, color is blue, and what is the font of the what is the font style we are using, and whether it is large size or small size. And I have made a background image also. Background image is colon none. So background image colon none is nothing but where there is no image at all. Okay, so I'm going to save this and I'm going to preview this collection. So here you can find the difference between these two. So this one is with noise and there is no modifications in the user screen, and here you can find the noise has been removed and the entire content of the screen has become a bit more larger, and the color also changes. Okay, so if you feel that I don't like this blue color, I want to change into red color or green color, also you can change. Okay, so here instead of this color blue, you can change to color green. Okay, so next we are going to preview this collection. Here you can find the color has been changed to green color. Okay, so this is how you change all the collections description, whatever we are going to make in the Greenstone user interfaces screen. Okay, so this is the Greenstone Digital Library software. Just I will go through from the beginning. First, we have to install this Greenstone Digital Library software, which is version 2.87, and go to this gather option. So gather option is nothing but where we will have all the collections of the PDF files, whatever we have. Just open the location of the folder. It can be in downloads, it can be in desktop. Okay, so where we are going to keep the files, select the particular correct folder, just drag and drop the folder and go to enrich. In enrich, what you will be doing is you will be adding all the metadata fields for the each PDF files. Okay, so double click on this PDF file, the PDF file will get open. So once you open the PDF file, copy the title and paste it here, copy the creator, subject and keywords. So if you have multiple keywords, just type the keyword and press enter. So when you press enter, the another row for the keyword will create. Okay, similarly for creator also. So when you have multiple creators, that is the author, just type the first author and give enter. The second author will be displayed. Okay, so this is how we are going to create the metadata fields for each research papers. Okay, so then we are going to go to design option. In design, we will be deleting the first option, that is x source, ex dot source, and in browsing classifier, we will be deleting the last column and we will be deleting this, adding these two, that is A Z compact list. So go to this classifier, A Z compact list, add classifier, and we have to search for dc dot creator, and the second one will be dc dot subject and keywords. Okay, so dc subject and keywords and dc dot creator. So these two we will select, and for creator we will show what is the button name is author, and for the subject and keywords the button name is keywords. Okay, so once we create this, we will go to create and we will select this build option. So when we select this build collection, we can find whatever how many files we have added, it has been added into the collection of Greenstone. So once this collection is over, then go to format. In general, we can able to add what is the home page image and what is the about page image, and also we can add some collection description. For this collection description also, if you want to make some modifications. Okay, so here you can find the collection description is simple. So if you want to make any modifications, you can make modification for this collection description also. So this collection description, I have made this command in HTML format. Okay, just go to here and paste this command, and this content I'm going to paste it here. So I'm going to place this content here. So this is an example of digital repository slash institutional repository. Okay, so I'm typing this, and if I go to this preview collection, here you can find the changes. This is an example of digital institutional repository and this into one. Okay, so there is some kind of changes. So we are going to cell spacing, cell padding will come in the format of tables. Okay, and next we are going to this collection specific macros, where in collection specific macros we are going to do two things. One, we are going to make a background image which will remove the noise, and next we are going to add the color and formatting option. That is, we are going to add a text color green and font family as well as the size of the text. Okay, so this is the content what we have been covering the Greenstone digital library software. Okay, and next we will be seeing about the HTML, sorry, the mark file formats. So when you are going to exit, you are going to save this and click on exit. Okay, so the next what we are going to see is the mark edit software, that is conversion of one mark file format to Dublin Core file format, or conversion of a normal Excel file. That is, in Koha we must be knowing about all the file format should be in mark file format for conversion of file format, and also we must be knowing about we should have the file format in the Koha file format. All the file format should be in mark format for adding into this Koha software. Okay, so here you can find I have made a sample file where this is an ISBN. Okay, so in ISBN, the mark file format for ISBN, mark file format for ISBN is 020 $A. The language is 0410 $A. Okay, similarly, I have made some 15 to 16 mark edit file formats. Here you can find for vendor, the file mark edit file format is $952 E. Okay, and type, item type. So item type is nothing but the what is the collection of the particular file, what is the collection of the particular resource. Okay, so books and resource books, textbook or resource book. So in that case, the file format, the mark edit file format is $952 Y. Okay, so we have the sample file format in which we are going to have all the metadata of the file format. Okay, so this is the first accession number and ISBN, language, author, the second author, title of the book. Okay, the place of publication of the book, name of publisher, year of publication. Okay, so these are the different file format. This is the different metadata fields for a single book, and I have made the content for 2 books. And now what we are going to do is we are going to convert this Excel file format into mark edit file format. Okay, mark file formats. So for that we are going to use a certain software called as mark edit. Okay, so mark edit is a file software where we are going to use for conversion of one mark file format to Dublin Core file format, or from Dublin Core to mark file format, or from normal CSV file format to the mark edit file format. Okay, so the version of mark edit software what we are going to use is 7.3.15. So this is the version of the mark edit software we are going to use. So first what we are going to do is you have to click this export tab delimited text. Okay, just go to start and type mark edit. You'll get this mark edit 7 and click on this. The mark edit software will open. And next what we are going to do is click on this export tab delimited text. So when we click on this export tab delimited text, okay, I'm going to see the source file and output file. So source file is nothing but the file which we are going to make it as an input file. Okay, so click on this. I'm going to choose the input file. I have my input file in the desktop folder. So in desktop folder, here it shows only four files. One is a folder file and another is a text file. Okay, so to see the other files, at the bottom you have an option called drop down option. So click on this drop down option and click all files. Okay, so when I click on this all files, all the files whatever I have having in my desktop is visible. Okay, so I'm going to choose the file and open. Okay, so after opening, okay, so after opening the file format, I can, so this is the file format which I'm having. Okay, so this is the different metadata fields, and I have opened that file into mark edit software 123. Okay, and the output file where I want this output file to be placed. So I'm opening this. I'm going to desktop again, and the name I'm going to give it as 1010. Okay, so 1010 is the name of the file. So the source file I'm taking from desktop, and the output file also I'm going to place it in the desktop, but the name of the file is 1010 and the extension is .mrk. Okay, so next I'm going to click on this next. Okay, so when I click on this next, you can find the different fields whatever in the Excel file are visible here. Okay, so the field 0, field 1, field 2, field 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to map this each field to the each file format. Okay, so I'm going to select this field 0. So field 0 is nothing but it is $952 P. Okay, so $952 P is nothing but the accession file format. Okay, so I'm mapping this field 0 to $952 P and click on this add argument. So here you can find the field 0 is mapped to $952 P, and second field 1 is I have to map to 0 to $0 A. Okay, here you can find I'm mapping this field 1, that is 0 to $0 A, to field 1. Okay, so this defines that I'm mapping this number to ISBN. Okay, click on this add argument, and next mapping I'm going to do is field 2. I'm going to map to $041 A. Okay, field 2 I'm mapping to $041 A, and click on this add argument. Okay, so here you can find I'm mapping this field 0 to $952 P, field 1 to $0 to $0 A, field 2 to $041 A. Okay, so similarly for all the fields whatever you have, you are going to map. Okay, so I'm going to map the last column here. So I'm going to map field, this is field, the last column is field 24. I'm going to map to $952 Y. Okay, so I'm mapping field 24 to $952 Y and add argument. Okay, so similarly 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 24 I'm going to map. So I have mapped the field number 0 to $952 Y. So when you map all the fields, next I'm going to click on this finish. Okay, so when I click on this finish, the software says process has been finished, record saved to C users desktop 1010.mrk. So .mrk is the mark file format. Okay, when I click on this OK, so the file has been created. So I will redo it again. So click on this export tab delimiter, choose on the file, desktop, all files, choose the file format, and the output file I'm saving in desktop. Okay, the name of the file I'm giving this ABC. So it is storing in ABC file format. Next, so the field 1 I'm going to map it to $952 P. Okay, add argument, and field 1 I'm mapping to 0 to $0 A, add argument, and field 2 I'm mapping to $041 A, add argument. Similarly, field 24 I'm mapping to $Y. Okay, add argument, and then click on finish. So it's going to be saved to downloads abc.mark. So when I open my downloads folder, this abc.mark. So when you double click on this folder, you can able to see the files which we converted into mark file format. So here you can find 0 to 0, it is mapped to $A, 041 to $041 A. Okay, similarly here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert this file into mark file. So what you do, click on this file and click compile file into mark. Okay, compile file into mark. So when I give this compile file into mark as the destination folder, I'm going to give QRS is the name of the file .mrc and save. Okay, so when I go to downloads, here you can find QRS is the separate file which has been created in mark file format. So when I open this in notepad, you can see the file format which has been converted into mark. Okay, so this is the file format of this is the process of converting from normal Excel file to mark file format. Okay, so this file you can directly import into Koha for adding into bulk. Okay, so this is the process of conversion from normal Excel file into a mark file format. Okay, next we will see how to convert a mark file into a Dublin core file format. Okay, so for that what you have to do, just go to this marketed software. There you have a separate option called mark tools. Okay, so click on this mark tools. You will have options called select operation. So you have to select the operation what you are going to do. So in the select operation, if you just go down, you will have an option called mark to Dublin core. Okay, so mark to Dublin core we are going to convert. We are going to select the file. So the name of the file is in desktop. Okay, so QRS is the mark file format. Open this, and where you are going to save, we are going to save it in the again downloads. Okay, so in downloads, the name of the file is some TUV. Okay, so TUV is the Dublin core file format I'm going to save. So QRS is the mark format, and I'm going to convert into Dublin core mark to Dublin core. And if I click on this execute, and it has created into Dublin core file. Okay, so right click on this, and if you click on this notepad, you can find it has converted into Dublin core file format. So here you can find DC. So DC is nothing but the Dublin core file format. Okay, so all the mark file format has been converted into Dublin core file format. So this is the process of conversion from market software. Using a market software, we are converting from normal Excel file to the mark file format, and from mark file format we are converting into Dublin core file formats also. Okay, so this is the conversion softwares. So next we will be seeing about the HTML commands. Okay, so we are going to see about the HTML language. Okay, HTML language is nothing but hypertext markup language. So HTML is nothing but it is hypertext markup languages. Okay, so HTML languages, we are creating HTML markup languages to create a web page. Okay, so there is a difference between a web page and a website. Okay, so websites are nothing but websites are collection of web pages. Okay, web page means it is a single web page, but website is nothing but collection of web pages, or multiple web pages constitute an website. Okay, so how we will create an web page? So for creation of web pages, we need certain markup languages like SGML, standardized general markup language, HTML, hypertext markup language, XML, extensible markup languages. Okay, now we have the cascading style sheets. Okay, so all these functions can be incorporated into a markup languages. So using that, we can able to create interactive and dynamic web pages. Okay, so for creating these interactive and dynamic web pages, we should know the basics of the markup languages. So the basic of markup language is an HTML markup language, where we will be seeing about some of the basic HTML codes. Okay, so how to create a table, how to create the formatting tags, how to create an hyperlink, how to import an image into your web page. Okay, so these are the basic HTML tags we will be discussing now. Okay, so basically when you're speaking about an HTML tag, okay, so HTML tags are nothing but where you will be having an opening tag and you will be having a closing tag. Okay, slash closing tag. Okay, so this is called as an opening tag. Okay, and this one is called as an closing tag. Okay, so the tag should be in between this angular brackets. So angular bracket, and if you have a tag, this is called as an opening tag, and when you have a slash a, it is called as a closing tag. Okay, this tag is called as an anchor tag. Okay, so this anchor tag, we are opening an anchor tag, we are closing an anchor tag. Okay, so next we will see what is meant by a paired tag and what is meant by an unpaired tag. So paired tag are nothing but where it has the opening tag and which is having a closed tag. It is called as an paired tag, where it has an open tag and it has an closed tag. But in terms of unpaired tag, it will be having only a paired tag, but it will not have an it will not be having a closing tag. Okay, so that is called as unpaired tag. Okay, so some examples for this paired tag is, some examples for unpaired tag is HTML. So HTML is a type of tag where you're going to define the beginning of a document, where it shows it is the description, whatever you're going to mention is an HTML document. So slash HTML. So this is an example of a paired tag. Okay. The example of an unpaired tag is break tag. So break tag has only an opening tag but does not have a closing tag. Okay, so this is an example of an paired tag and an unpaired tag. So unpaired tags are also called, okay, unpaired tags are also called as the unpaired tags are also called as the standalone tags. Okay, unpaired tags are also called as the standalone tags, which does not have a closing tag. So these are the two different types of tags. One is a paired tag and another one is a unpaired tags. Okay, so now we are going to see a basic HTML document where this angle bracket exclamation mark doc type HTML. So this one is called as the document definition. Okay, so this is called as the document definition. Within angular brackets, you have exclamation doc type HTML. This is called as document definition. Okay, and each HTML tag should start with an angular bracket HTML and should end with an angular bracket slash HTML. Okay, so within angular brackets, you should have an HTML, and within angular brackets, you should have a slash HTML. This is called as an HTML opening tag. And you have another tag called as head tag. Okay, so within angular bracket, you have head, and within angular bracket, you have slash head. Okay, so here you can find this head I have mentioned in small case, and this head I have mentioned in uppercase. Okay, so in HTML, you can write both in HTML small case and HTML hypercase. Not only HTML tag, but all the tags in HTML you can write in uppercase and in small case. Okay, so this is called as the. So here you can have case insensitive. Okay, HTML tags are called as case insensitive. That means you can use both small case as well as capital case in a single document. Okay, so when you have HTML is equal to HTML, okay, or even HTML is equal to HTML, even this ML will be accepted. Okay, small combination of small case and capital case is also accepted in HTML document, that is case insensitive. Okay, so within this head tag, I'm using a title tag. My first web page is the slash title. So slash title, title and slash title are the pair tags where my first web page will be the name of the web page, title of the web page. Okay, so when you mention my first page will be appearing on the title, my first web page. Okay, next is the slash head tag slash body tag, and inside this body I'm having this is my first web page created. Okay, so here I mentioned this is my first web page created within this body tag, so open tag and a close tag, and this HTML tag I'm closing it here using slash HTML. So when I'm going to run this tag, so when I'm going to run this tag, here you can find this is my first web page created. Okay, so this is my first web page created, which I mentioned between the body tag, and in title I mentioned my first web page, which is appearing at the title of the web page. My first web page, this is the title, and this is my first web page created is the body of the HTML document. Okay, this is how a HTML tag appears. And next we are going to discuss about the another tag. We are going to discuss another tag called as the header tags. Okay, so H1, H2, H1, H2 up to H6 we have this header tags. Okay, so here these tags are defined as the header tags where it ranges from H1 to H6. Okay, so the H1 tag is the bigger tag up and it decreases to H6. Okay, so here also you can find I have used a capital case and here I have used a small case. So the HTML tags are case insensitive, and these header tags are the paired tags where you should have a opening tag and you should have a closing tag. Okay, so I'm going to run this code. So when I'm going to run this code, you can see LIS practical 2024, LIS practical 2024. You can see the difference in the sizes of the tags. Okay, so H1 tag is the bigger tag and it decreases up to H6. Okay, so here you can find the code for the tag. Okay, so for the H1 is the bigger tag and it decreases up to H6. Okay, so this is an example of a header tag. And next we are going to see the okay, and next we are going to see the HTML paragraph styles. Okay, and here you can find I have mentioned this HTML paragraph styles within the angular bracket, exclamation mark, double slash, and here also double slash. Okay, so this tag is called as the comment tag. Okay, this tag is called as the comment tag, where this is being given to understand, to the users to get understand or the programmer to get understand. So I have written this code. I must be knowing what I for what I have created this slash p and p tag. Okay, so this p tag I am created for example of an HTML paragraph style. So to make me understand, to make the users understand, or to make the programmer understand, I have created this angle bracket, exclamation mark, double slash, and within the double slash I am making HTML tag. So the whatever content you are making within this will be treated as comment tag, and this tag, the output of this tag will not be displayed in the web page. Okay, because this is a comment tag. This is for the user's understanding or for the programmer understanding. Okay, so next, we are seeing the paragraph tag, where paragraph tag, the tag for paragraph is angular bracket p and slash p. Okay, so this p paragraph tag is also a par tag. So within this paragraph tag, I am mentioning the content. This is a practical session for students of School of Open Learning to do an example of a paragraph tag. Okay, so here I mention all the paragraph tag, the content, and we are going to see this output. So this is the output for the paragraph tag, the first one. Okay, so here you can able to find the content between the paragraph tag. Okay, the second thing what we are going to do is a break tag. So in this, what we are going to do, we are going sorry, we are going to add a break tag. So break tags usually are unpaired tags. Okay, so it does not require a slash b or tag. Okay, so within angular bracket, if you mention br, that is termed as a break tag. So within this paragraph tag, I have mentioned the same content what I have given in the above, and I am giving a 5 break tags. Okay, so these 5 break tags are given to give a break between the lines. Okay, so this is an example of a break tag will come at the bottom. So here you can find the same content I have given, but here you can find there is no space, but here you can find a 5-line space. Okay, so this is the first line and this is the second line. So between the first line and second line, I have given 5 BR tags. So these 5 BR tags will be displayed here as a gap. Okay, so this is an example of a paragraph tag and this is an example of a break tag. Okay, so next we are going to see about the so next tag we are going to see about is the formatting tags. Okay, so what I think there was some issue in internet. Hope it is clear now. Okay, so when you are speaking about the HTML tags, so there are tags called as formatting tags. So for formatting tags also you need some kind of HTML elements. Okay, so when you're speaking about this HTML elements, so this HTML elements how it comes, there is a called tag called as attributes. Okay, we have these attributes where we are attributes in the form of property colon value. Okay, so all these attributes, so this attribute will be in the form of property colon value. Okay, so that one we are going to see now. So here if you find, the HTML paragraph styles, here the same paragraph styles what I mentioned in the last previous code, which I started with the paragraph tag and I closed with the paragraph tag. The same content I have added some of the attributes for the paragraph. Okay, so these are called as the attributes. So these attributes should come in the form of property colon value. Okay, so how property colon value it is coming it as, so this is a property, this is the value for the property. So what is the property? It is a property termed as color. Okay, and here the property is termed as font hyphen size. So this is the property, and 30 pixel blue, these are termed as the values. Okay, so property, so here you can find property colon value. So for example, the property is color colon blue. Okay, so the property of the HTML element is the color and the value of the HTML element is the blue. Okay, so this is property colon value. So same paragraph what I mentioned, the style is a function I am adding, and style equal to, within double quotes I am adding color colon blue semicolon font hyphen size colon 30 pixel. Okay, so here I am mentioning the color for the paragraph which should be in blue color, and the size for the text in the paragraph should be of 30 pixel. Okay, so the same content I'm going to add. I'm just going to run this code. Okay, here you can find the first paragraph is without a break tag, and second one is with a break tag, and the third one is with the break tag and also with the attributes. Okay, so these attributes are with color and also with the increase in fonts, that is 30 pixel. Okay, so these different two attributes we have added in this HTML file format. Okay, so this is the attribute style equal to double quotes color colon blue and font hyphen size colon 30 pixel. Okay, so this is what we have added. And the next what we are going to see is, next what we are going to see is the HTML formatting tags, where we have multiple formattings where you can able to find the italics, okay, bold and mark. Okay, so we have different formatting tags. For example, formatting tag, we can have this bold, italics, underline, mark. Okay, so these are called as the formatting tags. In Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, you might have done different formatting styles. Okay, so different formatting styles, you can able to bold a particular text, you can highlight a particular text. If you want to make italics of a particular text, you can make all the things. But in HTML also you can make those kind of formatting things. Okay, so here highlighting will be comes under mark tag. Okay, highlight. Highlight will come under the form of mark tags. Okay, so how we are going to do is the same content. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a italics. So I'm going to add I tag, that is italics tag, and slash I within the angular bracket. Okay, and I'm going to add a mark tag, mark tags. Okay, so for this HTML element I'm going to mark, and I'm going to make it as bold also. If you want to make a bold, you can make bold for B and slash B. Okay, you can have B and slash B for the bold option. Okay, so I'm going to run this code. We can find how it appears. So here you can find this practical class is about HTML tag. So here I have used the bold tag B and slash B, and here I have used the italics tag. Okay, I and slash I, and here I have used the mark tag HTML elements. So in HTML element I have used the mark tag. So here you can find mark tag. Okay, This is for HTML element. If you want to make underline, so if I'm going to make here underline, so u and practical class, I'm going to add /u. Okay, so this is one underline tag. So I'm going to refresh this page. So here you can find this practical class becomes underline. Okay, so this is how you are going to format the text in the HTML page. Okay, so the next thing what we are going to see is the okay. So the next what we are going to see is the next formatting tag called the superscript and the subscript. Okay, so superscript and subscript where we will be using is, for example, in mathematics we doing some of the superscript and subscript where you will have 2x to the power 2, 2x square. Okay, so 2x square is nothing but 2 to the power 2x. Okay, and we will have a base 10 to the base 2 or 4 to the base 3. So like that we will be having a superscript and a subscript. For date also we can mention, okay, 20th of May, 30th of June. Okay, so 30th 30th. So th will come in the upper part of 30. Okay, so those are called a superscript and subscript. So in that case, how we are going to mention those elements? Okay, so for that also we have a HTML code. Okay, so those HTML codes are called as SUB. Okay, so this SUB, what you can do, you can mention that as subscript HTML elements. Okay, and superscript structure, superscript of syntax. Okay, so these tags are untagged tags which does not require a ending tag. So for website creation, I'm making this HTML tags as a subscript, and for this HTML tag, I'm making this structure as a superscript, and for this structure, I'm making unsyntax as a superscript. Okay, so website creation is the main line. For that line, I'm making this HTML tags as a subscript, and for this subscript, I'm making this structure as a superscript, and for this superscript I am making this and syntax as the another superscript. Okay, so your output will be looking like this. Website creation is the main line, and for website creation I'm making HTML tags as a subscript. Okay, so HTML tags will be subscript of website creation, and for this HTML tags I'm making a superscript called structure. So for HTML tags I'm making a superscript called structure, and for structure I'm making another superscript called and syntax. For structure, you have another superscript called and syntax. So it is in the form of 2x square. Okay, so x to the base 2, so structure to the base HTML tags and structure to the power and syntax. Okay, so this is an example of a subscript tag in HTML. Okay, and next we will be seeing about the delete tag. Okay, so delete tag is nothing but where I have used the same formatting options where the paragraph style for the formatting. Okay, so this delete tag you can find in most of the online shopping sites or e-commerce websites. Okay, where you can find the price where they will have a strikeout on the original tip and you'll be having an offer price. So in that case, we can use this del tag. Okay, so del tag of rupees 30 and slash del tag rupees 20 only offer price. Okay, so what it does, the content in between the del tag and slash del tag will be marked as the deleted option. They'll be having a cross, or they'll be having a dash in between, a dash in the middle of the content. So it treated as a deleted option. So when you run this code here, you can find the content. The price of the product is slashed rupees 30, rupees 20 only offer price. Okay, so if you want to make this only rupees 20 only offer price at the superscript also you can make. So here you can make only, and here you can make super offer price. Offer price. Okay, so I'm going to save this and run this again. So here you can find rupees 20 offer price. So I'm going to add one star in between. So save and run again. So it is offer price. Okay, so similarly you can make some any modification. These are called as formatting options: italics, bold, underline, marking, that is the highlighting text, and strike through. Okay, and making the superscript, subscripts. Okay, so these are the formatting options in the HTML documents. Okay, so next we will be seeing about. Okay, so next we will be seeing about the internal links. Okay, so next we are seeing about the links. Okay, so links are of two type in HTML. So one link is called as the internal links, and the second link is called as external link. Okay, so internal links are nothing but it is within the website or within the drive. Okay, so within the website or within the drive, it is called as internal link, where you are going to capture, or where you are going to take some link within your drive or within your system or within your website. That is called as internal link. External link are nothing but where it is going to be outside the drive. Okay, something you are going to take it from the world wide web. Okay, so that is called as outside the drive, that is called as external link. Okay, for example, when you have a multiple web pages, there is a website. Okay, so when you are going to navigate from one web page to another web page, that is internally you are going to navigate. Okay, so or you are going to navigate within your drive, you are going to navigate within your local drive, that is called as internal link. External link or nothing but where you are going to navigate from your web page to the world wide web. For example, you are going to, you must be having an option called google.com in your web page. So when you click on this google.com web page, it will navigate to a google.com to the outside web, that is world wide web. That is called as external links. Okay, so we have different types of link. One is an internal link, another one is an external link. Okay, so the same paragraph I have taken here, and here what I have made, I have created two documents. One is using an internal link and another one is using an external link. Okay, so internal link, what I'm doing, for links we have a tag called A, that is called as anchor tags. Okay, so A tag is nothing but an anchor tag. So we have an anchor tag and a, okay, href. So href nothing but hyperlink tag. Okay, so hyperlink reference tag. Okay, so a href is the hyperlink reference tag. So this a href will come in between this. A href equal to double quotes, we will give the path of the file. Okay, so the path of the file we have to mention. Okay, so a href equal to, within double quotes I am giving 5.html. so 5.html is nothing but the internal file which have in my drive. Okay, so here you can find this is the file name 5.html. Okay, so this internal link I'm having in the file name 6. Okay, the name of the file is 6.html, but I'm going to link this 5.html inside the 6.html file. Okay, so I have a space href double quotes equal to double quotes 5.html is the name of the file. So the name here, go to html, go to file.html is the name. Okay, it will be displayed in the web page, and slash anchor tag and slash p. Okay, so this is an example of a link tag. So if I run this code, here you can find go to file.html. So if I click on this file.html, it is directly going to this page. Okay, where I have my formatting tags, where I have my change the color of the tag. Okay, so this is file.html. So if I want to change this also, I'm going to change this to go to 3.html. Okay, so 3.html. I'm saving this and I'm going back. I'm running this file. So I'm changing the name here also 3.html. Save. Okay, so go to 3. So if I click on the 3.html, it is going to the third file which I created. Okay, the third file which I had has the break tag explanation, where the first paragraph is without a break tag, and second paragraph will have a 5 break tags. Okay, so this is an example of navigating from one page to another web page within internally, that is called as internal links. Okay, next I'm going to give an example for external link. Okay, so external link is an example where you are going to navigate to the outside world, that is World Wide Web. So same code, a space href equal to within double quotes. Instead of this path, okay, we are going to give this URL, that is uniform resource locator. So I'm giving https://www.google.com, and the name of the link is google.com. Okay, this will be displayed in the web page. So I'm going to run this code again. So if I'm running this code, so it will show go to google.com. So when I click on this go to google.com, the page will directly go to Google web page. Okay, so this is an example of an internal link and an outer link, that is external link. Okay, example of an internal link and an external link. So next what we are going to see is, okay, so next we are going to see how to import an image into a web page. Okay, so that is called as HTML images. We are going to import an image into a web page. So the code for that image, the code for the image tag is img src. Okay, so this is the image code. Okay, src is nothing but the image source. img src. img is the short form for image, and src is the source. We are going to import the image. Okay, so the tag is img. Okay, and this is the attributes. These are the attributes. Okay, so in image src, we are going to import image slash dev.png. Okay, here you can find I have mentioned the path of the image where the image has been located. So image is the folder name, and this is the name of the image. Okay, so images is the folder. So here you can find I have an image folder. So in this image folder, I have the web-dev. Web-dev is the name of the file. Okay, and here also you can find I have mentioned .png. So .png is nothing but the file extension. Okay, so it is important to see what is the extension of the file of the image. Okay, so if we don't mention .png, the output will not be displayed. That means if we don't mention the extension of the file, the output will not be displayed in the web page. Instead, if we give a wrong extension also, for example, .png is an extension for an image file. Okay, and if we give .jpg, instead of this we give .jpeg or .jpg, it is also an image file extension. Okay, so if we give, there is a discrepancy between this image file extension and this image file extension. Okay, so then also the HTML will not recognize this as an image source file, and it will not display. Okay, so now comes the question, where do you find the extension of the image? Okay, so for finding the extension of the image, right click on the image and go to properties. So when you go to properties, you can find the extension of the image. So the extension of the image is .png. Okay, with this .png, you should mention here as .png, and the style is nothing but the width and height of the image. So I'm making it as 100 pixel, height 100 pixel. Okay, and alt web design banner. Alt web design banner is nothing but when a image, you are going to add this image into this. Okay, you are going to add an image into this web page. In that case, what will happen, your image will you will have a name about the image. Okay, when you move the mouse pointer towards the image, you will get an image, short text over the image. So for displaying those text, you are going to use this alt option, alt web design banner, and the title is LIS practical. So we are going to run this code. So if you run this code, you can find the output. Images. So 7 image. Okay. So if I'm going to run this code, here you can find LIS practical is the title. Okay. So the LIS practical is the title for the image. That is the alt. Okay. And HTML alt and title attribute. So here what this alt tag will do, web design panel, what it will do is The main reason of this alt tag, what it will do when your image is not able to get to load. Okay, so here you can find, since we have interconnectivity, we can able to load the image when your image is full of bigger size. Okay, or when there is a slow interconnectivity, when your image could not able to load, in that case what you can do, you can able to display the name of the image in the form of alt. Okay, so here you can find web design banner, you can find web design banner. Okay, so the name of the image can be displayed in terms of uh, errors in the picture or some network issues. In that case, you can able to display the image name. So we can use this alt tag using the using to display the image of name of the image. Okay, so this is an example of an image tag. So image tag, the tag for the image is img space src and the path. So the path is nothing but the folder and the name. Okay, the folder and the name in which the image is being located, the folder in which the image is located, and the name of the image. So when you're going to give the name of the image, it is also necessary to look after the extension of the file, whether it is .png, .jpeg, .jpeg, okay, or jpg or vector file format. Okay, whatever it may be, but we should mention the image extension of the file. That is important. And next we are going to see the list. Okay, so in list we have list is nothing but where you're going to make some orders or any. Uh, we have three types of list. One is an ordered list, another one is an unordered list, another is a definition list. Okay, one is an ordered list, another one is an unordered list, and another one is a definition list. Okay, so what is meant by an ordered list? So ordered list is nothing but where you have certain order. Okay, unordered list where you don't have any order, that is unordered list. Okay, definition list is used for defining some text for like question and answer display. Okay, you will have a question and you have to display the answers for it. So when you're going to display the answers, you will have a certain tab, and after the tab you will be having the answers for it. Okay, so that is called as a definition list. So we will see the example for it. Okay, so what is mean by an HTML ordered list? So an HTML ordered list will start with an angular brackets OL and it will end with an angular bracket /OL. Okay, so for list you have a tag called LI where it starts with LI and ends with /LI. Okay, so what is the process of books cataloging? So for what is the process of book cataloging? What are the different process when you're going to do a cataloging of a books? It is called as ordered list. We have same UL/UL, and between this we have LI and /LI. So what are the different sections in the library? We have a circulation section, a reference section, periodical section, and book bank section. Okay, so in this case, the circulation section can be at the bottom, book bank section can be at the top. So there is no certain order. So in that case, we are using this UL. Okay, so now we are going to see the output. So here you can find what are the different sections in library: circulation, reference, periodical, and book bank section. Okay, so if we want to change this periodical section to here circulation section, we can change. Okay, so there is not required any certain order in this unordered list. Okay, but in the case of ordered list, there should be order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And third one is the definition list where you have two tags. One is DL, that is definition list, and DT is a definition term. Okay, so in definition list you have DL, that is the definition list, and you have DT, that is definition term, and you have DD, that is structure, or we call it as definition description. Okay, so DL is the definition list, DT is the definition term, DD is the definition description. Okay, so here you can find DT is the what is HTML, it is mentioned as document definition, document definition terms. Okay, what is HTML? In DD we have the definition, description. So description answers for this term. What is HTML? So HTML stands for markup, hypertext markup language, and the other definitions. Okay, so when we end this, we have slash DD and slash DL. Okay, so DT is ending here. So slash open DT and close DT, open DL and slash DL, open DD and slash DD. Okay, so here we find, here we have made this definition list, and we are going to see this output. Okay, so here you can find the output. So this is the document, this is the definition term. Okay, DT tag, and here you have the DD tag. Document, that is a document definition or description. Okay, so this is an example of an definition list. So first we have seen what is an ordered list, and second we have seen what is an unordered list, and third we have seen the definition list. Okay, so definition list has three tags. One is DL, another one is DT, another one is DD. DL is definition list, DT is definition terms, and DD is definition description. Okay, clear. So next we will be seeing the code for the tables. How do we create a table? So for creation of tables, we need to know three tags. One is a table tag, another one is table row tag, another one is a table header tag. Okay, and next one is a table data tag. Okay, so for table, you should know table tag, which is an opening tag and a closing tag slash table, and we should know table header tag. Okay, slash th, and we have table data tag slash td, and we have table row tag. Okay, so this defines we are going to create a table, and this is the table header, and this is the table data, and this is the table row. Okay, so table header is nothing but the header of each table. Table data is the content into which the content of the table, and table row is the rows for each table. Okay, so here you can find table tag and the table row tag. So in table row, I'm mentioning the table header. So table header is nothing but patron categories, what are the number of books, and due period. So here I have used a concept called circulation rules in library, where the circulation rules differs from patron to patron. Patrons are nothing but UG students, PG students, and research scholars I have taken. And these patron categories will have different type of issue books and different type of due period, so that I mentioned here. Okay. So next in table row, we have another table data where we have a research scholars, and 5 is the number of books corresponding to this, and 30 days are corresponding to the due period. Okay, and the third one data, we have a postgraduate student, which is corresponding to the patron categories. Okay, and postgraduate 3 is the number of books, 15 days is the due period. In undergraduate students, we have the same thing corresponding to the patron categories. 2 is the number of books, and 7 days is the due period. Okay, and slash table. So this is an example of an table creation. So if I just open this, here you can find. Okay, so this is the header tag, th tag, where I have used the th tag for creation of table header, and these are the table row tag. In table row tag, I have a research scholar 5, 30 days. Another second table row, postgraduate student 3, 15 days. Another table row, I have undergraduate students 2, 7 days. Okay, so this is how we will be creating a table. So next we will see how to merge 2 rows and how to merge 2 columns. Okay, for merging of 2 rows and merging of 2 columns. Okay, so here you can find okay, so here you can find table row. Okay, in table row, I have a table header, librarian name, and here I have another table data, that Dr. Prakash. Okay, in table header, the librarian name, and in table row I have Dr. Prakash. Another in table header I have row span equal to 2 within double quotes. That means I'm going to combine two rows into single row. Okay, so here I'm going to combine two rows into single row and the content is telephone. So two rows, row span 2 and the content is telephone. That is why I mentioned row span equal to double quotes to telephone. Okay, so this is the number, phone number for that. So here you can find this is the table header, librarian name, and this is another table header, Dr. Prakash. Okay, so inside this I'm making a telephone as the table header. Okay, table header for telephone and the data for that. Okay, and the data for this table header. Okay, so this is how we are going to combine two rows into single row. That is using a row span. Using a row span equal to double quotes 2. Okay, so this is clear up to this. Okay, so in HTML we have seen the first file, we have seen how to create a basic HTML tag, and the second file we have seen the different heading tags which are ranging from H1 to H6, and the third we have seen how to use a break tag or a paragraph tag. We have seen example how to use a paragraph tag, and in paragraph tag we have used different break tags, and in fourth one we used some of the formatting tags, how to make color changes, that is using the attributes for the paragraph tag. And in fifth one, we used some of the formatting tags like bold, italics, underline, and also we used the mark tag. Along with that, we used some of the superscripts and subscript tag also. Okay. And in sixth file, we have seen the hyperlink, that is internal link and external link. So we have seen an interlink which we can able to navigate within the web page or to the next another web page within the drive, and external link which we can able to navigate to the external world wide web. We use an example of a google.com web page. And in the next web page, we have seen how to import an image using an image source img src, and how to make the name for that image using a title tag. And also if the image could not able to load, we have seen how to make a image name, that is alt tab. Okay, and then we have seen the list. Okay, in list we have seen ordered list, seen how to create a table using the table header and how to import data using table data. Okay, and table rows, and we have seen row span also, how to merge two rows. And we should see one more thing also, how to import an image and how to link, give a link for that image. Okay, so here you have seen I have imported one image, that is img src equal to images youtube.jpg. Okay, so what I did, images folder, I have downloaded this image and renamed to YouTube, and I have find the extension for the image, that is .jpg. Okay, so I am importing this image img src equal to within double quotes images slash youtube.jpg, and the style and the height. Okay, title is YouTube. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an alt tag. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, alt tag is used to display the image, name of the image if the image could not be visible. So YouTube logo. And next what I'm going to do is images with link. So here I'm going to add a image. So above the image I'm going to place a link, and if I click on that logo or the image, the link will be directed to an external link. Okay, so here I'm going to add anchor tag ahref equal to www.youtube.com, where I'm going to add that is in the image source. Okay, so image source equal to images slash youtube.jpg, and the other attributes, the style, the height, and the alternative name and the title. Okay, so inside this image I'm going to add this link https://www.youtube.com. Okay, so now I'm going to run this code. So here you can find YouTube, and here you can find also YouTube. Find the link. Okay, you can see the mouse pointer. It is an arrow mark here, but when it comes here, it becomes a hand symbol. Okay, so when I click on this YouTube, it is going to YouTube web page. Okay, so this is how a hyperlink has to be embedded into an image. Okay, so when I click on this, it is going to YouTube web page. Okay, clear. So here you can find ahref, the link first, and then the image. Okay, so inside this image, the link will be appearing. So when we are going to click on this image, it is going to navigate to the particular URL what is being described here. Okay, so this is an example of an image with hyperlink. Okay, so next, this is all of HTML tags. Okay, so next we will see how to creation of blogs. So blogs are nothing but where it is a personal web space where you can able to create any content. You can able to add your personal experiences, or you can make some content. You can make some news, okay, which is visible to the public users. So in terms of blogs, Google has developed a blogspot.com. Okay, so it is called as the blogger.com. So when you click on this blogger.com, you can able to logging into this using your email ID, using your Gmail email ID. So once click on this create your blog, so you can choose your email ID. Okay, so if you're a fresh user, you have to create this title. Okay, so I'm going to create my own title. So I'm going to give only my name here, and next in address I'm giving this. So here it shows this blog address is invalid or not supported. So I'm going to give like this. Go to underscore blogspot. Blog open learning. Okay, now you can find this blog address is available. Okay, so I'm going to click on next. So display name, I'm going to give my name. Finish. So once the preliminary steps has been created, it's very easy. Okay, your blog will be created. So inside your blog, you can able to add any post. Okay, so this is the home page of your blog. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a post. Okay, I'm going to create a new post. So this is a new post. So I'm going to search some neural networks. So I'm going to take a content from Wikipedia. Okay. So just for explanation sake, I'm taking. So I'm going to take neural network, just pasting it, and this content I'm going to take it, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay. So once I'm done, if I want to make any change here, okay, paragraph styles, all the formatting options are available, medium, large. If I want to make any text color, I can make the text color. Okay, so all these things I have made, and if I want to preview this, so if you click on this preview, so this is how your blog will look. Okay, so you will have a title for it, and you will have the content for it. Okay, so here my profile page, and this is how the blog will look. So if this is okay, then I'm going to my own page. Okay, so I'm going to publish. So if I click on this publish, okay, so if I click on this confirm, my blog will get published, and users can able to view my blog. So my blog, the name of the blog is preview. The name of the blog is neural network, and the content I have created. Just now I have taken from Wikipedia, but you can create your own content on any topic or any title. Okay, this is how the creation of blogs. And next we are going to see about an audio video conferencing software. So here the one software which we are going to use is the Zoom. Okay, so Zoom is an a free software which you can download for free, and you can use it in any platform. Okay, so it is platform independent. You can use it in Mac OS, you can use it in Windows OS, you can use it in Linux OS. Okay, so here you can find, you can use it in iOS, Linux, and Android also. Even in mobile application also you can use Zoom. Okay, so for downloading Zoom, just type Zoom in Google and you can download this. Click on this download option and you can download. And there are two type of versions available for download. One is 64-bit, another one is 34-bit. Okay, so based upon the processor which you have to download the particular software. Okay, so how do you find whether it is 64-bit or 34-bit operating system? Is just go to your desktop and you will have this PC. Okay, so click on this PC and you can find properties option. So when you go to this property option, here you can find system type. In system type you can find 64-bit operating system x64 based processor. Okay, so this means my desktop which I am working currently is a 64-bit operating system. So I have to download the Zoom platform which has 64-bit operating system. Okay, so you have to click this download. If you are a 32-bit operating system software in processor user, you have to download this 32-bit operating system. Okay, so click on this download. Your software will get downloaded, and you have to install it, and you can directly run. So I have already installed the Zoom platform here. So Zoom platform is very easy, where you can able to establish a video conferencing connection between a single user or multiple users. Okay, so they will be having a meeting ID and a passcode, similarly like our Microsoft Teams, where you can able to using that using this meeting ID and passcode, you can able to connect with other users. Okay, so here you have four options. One where you have to schedule a new meeting, and join meeting is that where you have to join someone else meeting. Okay, so they must give you the meeting ID and passcode. So when they give their meeting ID and passcode, you can directly connect here. Okay, and schedule, where you have to schedule a future meetings. Okay, when you have a meeting tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you can schedule meetings here. And share screen, like how I'm sharing the screen now, you can also share your screen for the other users. Okay, so this is how you should enable a audio video conferencing using a Zoom platform or any other audio video conferencing platforms. Okay, so this is up to the syllabus what we have in ICT practical applications in LIS. So I will enable the mic. So if you have any queries, you can just ask. So if you have any queries, you can just raise up your hands. I will enable your mic. Can you any concept to be repeated again? Any software to be repeated again? I'll just go through short. So in previous classes, we have covered Koha software, and in this class we started with Greenstone, and then we went to marketed software, and then we have seen the HTML software, HTML programming languages, and we have seen blocks, and at last we have seen the audio video conferencing software Zoom. Okay, so if any of you have having any doubts or any clarification, you can just please raise your hand in the Microsoft Teams. You have an option. So if you just raise your hands, I can enable the mic for you. Yes, Abhishek, you can unmute yourself and you can speak.
Sir, can we see marketed software again?
Okay, marketed software, yeah. Okay, so I will share my screen now. Okay, so my screen is visible. So just to open the marketed software, just go to start and type marketed. Okay, so you can also download the software from Mark Edit. So here you can able to download this software. Okay, marketing software, and I have used the version 7.3.15. Okay, so what you have to do first, before going to that, I'm having a set of metadata of two books. Okay, so these are the metadata fields for two books where I have a accession number, ISBN, language, everything. So these field will not be available for the examinations. Okay, for conversion, you have to remember this. Only these three fields will be available for your examination. If they have given accession number, you should know what is the mark form, what is the mark field for accession number. So you should remember $952 P is the accession number mark format, and place of publication is $260 A, title $245 A. Okay, so you should remember the first row entirely. So based upon this, if they give subject and $650 A is a subject. Okay, so these are the different metadata fields of a two books. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to import this. So for that, export tab delimited text, click on this. So what is the source file? Source file is the 123. It is in the desktop. So I'm going to desktop. So here I could not able to find my file. Okay. So I'm going to change this option to all files. So when I click on this all files, I can able to find this file 123. I'm going to open this. So I'm going to open this file. Okay. So this is the source file. I have chosen the source file. Now I'm going to save this output file. So where I'm going to save, I'm going to file save it in the downloads. So downloads, I'm going to save this file, name it as mark sample. Okay, so the name of the file is mark sample. It is going to save in the file format .mrk. I'm going to save this. I'm going to next. Okay, so in next option, what I'm going to do, I'm going to map. Okay, so what is this field 0? Field 0 is nothing but $952 P. $952 P. Okay, sorry, $952 P. This is the field 0. Okay, and once you complete, click add argument. So here you can find the field 0 is mapped to $952 P. And next field 1, I'm going to map it to $0 A. Okay, the second field I'm mapping to field 1, that is $0 A, add argument. Okay, so I am done. So similarly for all the fields you have to do up to last. Okay, so once you're done with this, click on finish. Okay, so now you can find it has been saved to download marksample.mrk. So click on this OK. So now your files get changed to marksample.mrk. Open this file. Okay, now you can find it is in the market file, and go to file, compile file into mark. So when you click on this, we have to save this .mrk file into .mrc file. Okay, so I'm going to save this as mark edit sample. It will save in .mrc and save. Okay, find mark edit sample. Okay, so when you're opening this with notepad, so this is the mark edit file which is transferred from normal. So here you can find accession number. Okay, 026 220, and you can find ISBN. Okay, so this is a format which we have transferred, which we have converted from a normal Excel file to mark.mrk file, and from .mrk file we transferred into mark edit file .mrk. Okay, from .mrk to .mrk. And next, also what we can do in this is we can convert a mark file into Dublin core file, or a Dublin core file into a mark file also. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we have to change this, click on this mark tools. So when you click on this mark tool, we have an option called open and save. So similarly like source and destination. Okay, so what is the source file? It is in this, it is in downloads. Okay, mark edit sample, open. Okay, so I'm going to save. So before this, I'm going to change this to mark to Dublin core. Okay, so mark to Dublin core, and the destination folder, I'm going to save it in desktop. Okay, so here I'm going to save mark to Dublin core. Sorry, downloads, mark to Dublin core, save. Okay, from this destination to, from the source file, I'm changing to mark to DC and execute. So when the execute is done, here in downloads folder, you can find Mark2 doc, which is converted from the Mark file format to the Dublin core file format. Okay, here you can find DC. So DC is nothing but Dublin core. Okay, so DC dot. Okay, so in this DC you can find this Dublin core, which is converted from Mark file formats to the Dublin core file format. Okay, it is clear now.
Yes, sir. So we have to show the output screenshot on our file.
Yes, all the process, whatever you are going to do, take a screenshot and you have to save it in a separate folder in desktop with your examination. Those instructions will be given at the time of examinations. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
each and every
Thank you.
step, whatever you are going to make, you have to take a screenshot. And
Every
the
single
output
step,
file
sir.
also. Every single step means, see, the convert, for example, this conversion from Mark to Dublin core. So once you convert to Dublin core, you can take a screenshot. Not all the steps, but whatever the important steps in Koha, if you're going to create a different pattern categories. Okay, so once you create a different pattern categories, you can take a screenshot of all the patterns, whatever you have created. And in finance circulation rules, once you create the circulation rules, you can take a screenshot. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So do any of us have any queries? Okay, so if it is fine, I will end the session by now. Um, Hope I have covered all the aspects in the syllabus, and thank you so much.